Hi Pisces, Enchantress here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers as well as broadcaster of astrology. First of all, I'd like to thank you for being here with me today, lending me your eyes, your ears, and your time. I know it is valuable, and in return, I will be sharing valuable information with you to help you in mind, body, and soul, as well as career. Okay, so like the channel, like the video, and subscribe to the channel so that way we can help me to reach out to more of, so that we can reach out to the collective and help them reach their highest self as well. Okay, now, as you know, some of you know, I am an author of mystery suspense thrillers. If you don't know and you would like to learn more about Enchantress, you can hit the down bar below. I have my Amazon author page linked there, and I also have my website. If you go to the About section on my channel, I have all of my links listed there, okay? I have had a few people ask me about the healing jewelry that I wear on Facebook. So these are chakra healing beads, and I get them from C&B Healing Jewelry. You can get them custom made. They do earrings, necklaces, not just bracelets. I'll put the link in the down bar below so you can check them out if that's your thing, if you're into healing your chakras and things like that. So let's go ahead and move on to why we're here. Pisces is the last video. It is the last sign in the zodiac. And it ranges from February 19th through March 20th, although I will be covering all the way up through the month of the end of March. So I'll be covering Aries season as well. That being said, the mutable water sign of Pisces is ruled by the planet of Neptune, making them not only intuitive but creative as well. Okay, Neptune rules dreams, illusions, delusions, fantasy, as well as inspirations, among other things. Pisces season can stir up emotions caused by current events and events past, especially now with the Mercury retrograde being in play until March the 10th, and even a week thereafter because of the shadow period. This season can stir up, like I said, emotions brought out by current and past events. So we want to be mindful of our reactions and our impulses. Okay, we want to think before we speak and do not allow ourselves to be disillusioned by false promises, as that can be a running rampant this season. Okay, or not running rampant, but it's more of a probability to happen. Okay. All right, so communication becomes much easier after Pisces season. So go with the flow, as water can be a powerful thing, pulling you into murky places and strong emotions, Pisces, especially when people get into ego. The more you fight the tide, the harder it is on you. So just take your time. Okay, my brother is a Pisces. Happy birthday, Tony. It's his birthday today. So I want to say happy birthday to my brother. I need to go and tell him happy birthday. I'm just realizing that it is the 23rd. Good news, your creative juices should be flowing. Okay, use this time to dream up something that will add stability to your life. Use Pisces creative energy to create something beautiful. And at the same time, tap into the intuitive, empathetic, and emotional side of Pisces to let your loved ones know, to show your loved ones how much you care for them. You know, that's a benefit to Pisces on both those ends. With that Pisces, you're intuitive and compassionate as well. Now let's get into some of the major transits. Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus reigns over your money, your values, your resources. It's toggling between 2 and 6 degrees, Taurus. So any placements you have between 2 and 6 degrees Taurus will feel the shifts much greater than the collective when it deals with your money, your values, and your resources. In addition to that, if you have any placements in Capricorn, Cancer, or Libra that are between 2 and 6 degrees, find out where you have those placements, because you will also feel shifts in those areas because there's an opposition to those signs. So you'll have an opposition to those areas in values, money, and resources. So you want to go to cafeastrology.com and get your natal chart, put in your time of birth, your place of birth, and your date of birth for free, and find out what placements you have and where they are that benefits you. You know, that's like the first thing to delving into your higher self. You want to know your natal chart. You want to learn about yourself. That's important. The more you learn about yourself, the better off you are. I promise. That's important. Now, the sun is in Pisces on February 19th until it goes into Aries on March 19th. Okay? Mercury, the planet of skills, communication, is retrograde in Pisces at 12 degrees from February 17th through March 10th. This can stir up communication brought about by insecurities. So be honest with yourself and try not to project that onto others, as well as not allowing it to be projected onto you. Try to avoid signing contracts during the retrograde, simply because Mercury is the planet of communication skills and sales, and it's overlooking things past. If you're trying to put communication forward for new things, you don't have its support. It's as simple as that. Okay, so read the fine print. You know, make sure you have clauses in place to help you if you have to sign on the dotted line. On March 16th, Mercury enters Pisces at 0 degrees. Here, Mercury is said to be in its detriment, simply because Pisces is emotional and murky and dreamy and fanciful. And Mercury is analytical and intellectual, like a Virgo or a Gemini. So you may struggle to express yourself clearly at this time. Okay, communication when Mercury is in Pisces can be vague and misleading. So listen up, take your time when responding so that you make sure that others understand you clearly. Okay, tap into the compassionate side, energies of Pisces, and communicate with others as you wish to be communicated with, because communication is a two-way street. And you want a smoothly paved road, not a bumpy dirt road full of potholes, riddled potholes, you know. So on March the 4th, or Venus, the planet of love and pleasure, is in the cardinal sign of Aries until March the 4th. So love can ignite in this fiery competitive sign, ushering in a renewed sense of passion. During the new moon on February 23rd, today, it squares Jupiter in Capricorn, okay? So be on the lookout for temporary changes in your relationships. That's very possible, especially even in your relationships that deal with finances, because Venus deals with finances. You want to keep a cool head in dealings, and be honest with yourself and others. That's all you can do, okay? Things are going to happen. Roll with the punches, you know. Invite in those new opportunities, but take your time mulling them over, okay? On March 4th, Venus enters Taurus at 0 degrees. You'll be craving physical contact because Taurus likes sensuality as well as the material pleasures in life, you know, but you want to resist while you're enjoying it. While you are enjoying it, you want to resist the impulse to be jealous or possessive in love, and be mindful of the urge to splurge, because Venus deals with your finances. Taurus deals with your finances. And Pisces is there as well. And he's still in effect. It's still, you know, Pisces season at that time. So you don't want to delve into emotional spending and splurge and spend too much money. You see how all of those planets and things like that have an effect on you, how they all mesh together to create the story of the month. Okay? Now, Mars, the planet of energy and challenges, leaves Sagittarius, entering the earth sign of Capricorn at 0 degrees on February the 16th until the end of March. And we talked about this last month. That's when you'll be striving to accomplish lofty goals, okay? Because you're up for the challenge. Now, in order to achieve said goals with less opposition, you want to take your time. You want to be strategic. You want to practice patience, okay? Play nice with Capricorn there, You know, you don't want to be too bossy. You want to be assertive, but you don't want to be, tyrannical or anything like that. So be mindful of that. Jupiter, planet of luck and expansion, is quintile Charon. Charon is the wounded healer. It aspects your all-around health, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your emotional health. So with the quintile aspect in Capricorn and Aries on March 23rd, the day before the full moon, new moon, sorry, I said full moon in the Aries video too. I hope people are watching for their moon and rising and their sun. That way they can see I'm making this correction now. Because I'm not going to go back and change the video. The 23rd, the 24th is the new moon. So the day before the new moon, karma will be at play. Fated events will be taking place that have to do with your health, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Maybe you're planning to start a new exercise regimen. Maybe you're planning to take on Reiki or yoga, or any new exercise regimen. I'm sorry. I gotta get some water or it's gonna get bad. My voice. Okay, so maybe you're planning on starting something new to help assist you in your healing. Getting into aligning your chakras. That's important. You want to be balanced so that you move forward clear-headed. Saturn moves into Aquarius and out of Capricorn on March 21st until the beginning of July. Now, Saturn is the planet of restrictions, responsibility, karma, good or bad, karma or dharma. Okay, so it's coming out of Capricorn. And we talked about this in my January newsletter and videos about how it affects you. So those areas, it's coming back out of those areas, and it's not going to be affecting those areas anymore, Saturn. It's going into Aquarius, so it's affecting completely different areas. Now, some of the signs have good aspects and wonderful trines because of this, beautiful ones. Like Aries, Gemini, Cancer, Libra, Sagittarius, Capricorn. And some of us are going to face some challenges. I know I will. But challenges can be overcome. Squares can be overcome. We face opposition every day. That's life. And we do things to overcome them. It's nothing to panic about. Okay? I assure you. Let's go ahead and get into, it's just important for you to know because you want to know where Saturn is. Saturn is our father. Saturn is the person who says, do what you're supposed to do, because if you don't do what you're supposed to do, I'm going to show you why you should have done it. Okay? That's who Saturn is. And if you did do what you were supposed to do, he bestows you blessings. Jupiter bestows you blessings, but Saturn bestows you blessings as well for doing a good job, for being your highest self. The full worm moon is on March 9th. It's in the mutable earth sign of Virgo. I apologize. The spotlight not only shines on Virgo, but any houses or planets you have in that sign. It's a time of culmination and illumination. Are you planning to unveil something, Pisces? It's your season. I know you're starting new projects. You should be, especially with the new moon in Aries. The new moon in Aries is on March 24th. It's in the cardinal fire sign of Aries. It's a time for new beginnings. It's a time to start new projects. If you're anything like me, I don't know if you're like me, but I use the moons to manifest. I use the energies of the moon to manifest. You can use the energies 3 days before and even 3 days after to manifest positive change in your life. And if you want to do something a little lighter, start a new project. Just start new projects. It's the prime time to start new projects around the new moon. That's when you want to launch, around the new moon. Okay? A new season is upon us. So spring cleaning applies to life and home. You want to balance yourself. You want to come in balanced. You want to clean the slate. Get all those negative blockages out there and get ready to start anew. And this is your season, Pisces. Your creativity should be through the roof right now. Through the roof. Use it, you know? Now, let's get into your personal astrology for this go round. Okay. Now, Pisces ranges from February 19th to March the 20th. Okay. So March begins with Mercury, planet of skills and communication, retrograde in your first house of image and identity. Okay. So up until the March 10th, and you'll feel those energies even a week or so after. So keep up with the status quo and make sure you don't overload your plate, Pisces, okay? Because your image and your identity, the way people see you, is at stake here. But remember, you're not in competition with anyone. You're in your own lane, traveling your own avenue. Don't compare yourself to anybody, okay? Be you and use your unique creative talents to attract people into your atmosphere, because you are unique. You are intuitive. You are beautiful. You are creative, Pisces. Okay? You know this. They know it too. Okay? Now, mid-month, Venus, the planet of romance, pleasure, and finances, graces your third house of siblings and communication. Talks with family are a source of happiness, during this time. Talk to somebody that that'll uplift your spirits, ones who love you and that are there for you, that are supporting you and not trying to hold you back. Okay? Now, Mercury enters your sign on March 16th. It's just in time for spring. Communication is in Neptune. Okay? So the planet of dreams, illusions, inspiration, and fantasy, it joins the fun. Okay? So again, it's a time for you to be creative. Your creative juices are flowing. You can dream up something beautiful, And although Mercury may be mucking up communication for some of us, not you. Your words are like magic. They're coming off like butter. Okay? So while they're coming off like butter and it's magic to people's ears, put it on paper. That's even better, especially for my creatives here. Put it on paper, and wow us with your talent, okay? Your first house, like I said, of image and identity is highlighted. Here's looking at you, kid. On February 17th until March 10th, people are looking at you. Be confident. You're granted visibility this month. So while you're keeping up the status quo, make sure your communication is clear. You want to have clarity, in your dealings. This is a month that you're going to need to make decisions. You're going to need to make some decisions this month and figure out exactly how you want to move forward, because you have opportunities coming to you and things like that. Especially the new moon today, brings you new opportunities around this time. Maybe it already happened a few days before or even right after this new moon. Okay? It's coming. So you're going to have to make some decisions. Remember what I said about contracts though, okay? Okay. I'm wishing you all the love, light, and blessings in the world. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next month, Pisces. Bye, Pisces.